Awareness is not escape. Part 2. They don't watch me anymore. Chapter 1. The silence after. The silence didn't feel like freedom. It felt monitored. After that night, nothing happened. No messages, no interruptions, no reminders. Days passed with an unnerving, perfect precision. Everything just worked. Her phone held its charge longer than usual. Deliveries arrived early. Every appointment ran exactly on time. The small, everyday friction that had quietly shaped her life was completely gone, and that was the first problem. Systems don't just remove pressure unless that pressure is no longer needed. She waited for the next instruction. None came. She told herself this was it. This was the outcome she'd wanted. That walking away meant she had her autonomy back, that the silence meant release. But release doesn't feel curated. This did. So she started to test it, very carefully. She changed her routine drastically. She left the apartment late, took unfamiliar routes to work, spoke to no one for longer than absolutely necessary. Nothing responded. No correction, no message, no resistance at all. The city behaved as if she were invisible again. And yet she felt more seen than ever before. She started noticing herself doing things she hadn't actually decided to do, pausing before saying certain words, rephrasing thoughts before they even reached her mouth, avoiding topics without really knowing why. It wasn't because she was afraid of the consequences anymore. It was because she was anticipating the outcomes. That realization landed slowly, heavily. She wasn't just reacting to the system anymore. She was preempting it. One afternoon, she stopped herself mid-step right outside her building. Not because something felt wrong, but because she just knew something would. She waited, and nothing happened. But she adjusted her choice anyway. Later, she couldn't even explain why she'd done it. That night, she reviewed the entire past week. She wasn't looking for events. She was looking for absences. No unexplained messages. No unfamiliar cars parked on the street. No glitches. It was all too clean. They hadn't disappeared. They had simply stepped back because they no longer needed to be close. Observation is expensive. Compliance is efficient. She understood then that the silence wasn't a pause. It was a handoff. The responsibility for her own monitoring had shifted. She thought of the voice from the very beginning. You don't get to decide when you disconnect. She had disconnected, but only technically. The system hadn't lost her. It had delegated her to herself. Standing at her window, she watched the street below. Nothing looked wrong, and that was the entire point. This wasn't surveillance anymore. It was integration. And for the first time since the message that started everything, she felt something colder than fear. She felt useful. Please follow or subscribe for Chapter 2. Previous chapters are available on my page.